I'm gonna go grab my ice cream, so I'll be right back, okay? Prepare yourselves. This is gonna be intense.
Whoa!
We are on the verge of hitting the 8-hour mark.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Wait, no, this stream? Oh my gosh. After we literally spent the whole day trying to get to this trial, you want to do it again? My ice cream is s'mores flavored.
What?
Yeah. Boom.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
You'll stay up with me all night. What if I want some sleep in my life?
Oh well, who cares about this boring explanation? Let's get on with it already!
I don't mind starting the trial, but I don't really have a grasp of how the case played out.
Me neither. You're not alone, Nikito.
You know, because I was asleep the whole time.
Oh, I wasn't asleep the whole time, and I'm still confused.
You were asleep the whole time. You're just like, yeah, me too, man.
The heck out of us, aren't you?
But Nagito's not alone. I don't really get it either.
Jeez.
Yay, nobody gets it.
It's sad when you're on the same page of people who are knocked out.
You're fine. Your head's empty anyway.
Empty head? Huh. What's wrong with that? Listen up. The emptier your head, the more dreams you can stuff inside it, you know?
Anyway, we shouldn't proceed with the trial if those two can't participate in the arguments. Since he's the first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and the sequence of events?
Then, let's start with when we split into the hospital team and motel team because of the despair disease. The hospital team consisted of Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane, who were infected, and Mikan, Fuyuhiko, and me.
The other 5 in the motel team were myself, Gundam, Kazuichi, Chiaki, and Hyoko.
Spending the night at the hospital was prohibited, so Hajime and I had to sleep at our cottages.
Oh, yeah, 8 hours, boom, boom. Tell me when you get your VTuber ready.
Okay, I almost have it set up.
Oh crap, the desktop audio is so loud.
Oh.
Okay.
I woke up at my cottage on the day the incident happened. Mikan came by to wake me up and told me that Nagito had recovered from his symptoms.
Yeah, Mikan came by.
We immediately headed over to the hospital, and after we confirmed his recovery, I made Mikan rest in the on-call room since she hadn't slept all night, while I waited in the hospital lobby. And then, I saw the incoming signal light on the surveillance camera blinking before our scheduled time. When I pressed the button to turn on the monitor, what appeared on screen was...
I know, I was noticing that too. I'm like, wait a second. None of these other people have a custom X except for Teru. Like, they really couldn't come up with anybody else's? I'm sad!
A video of someone wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head, climbing a stepladder.
Amazing! That's such a heart-pounding story! And then what did you do, Hajime?
I tried to stop them, of course. I rushed out of the hospital and ran to where the video was being recorded, the music venue. But it was too late. By the time I arrived, the person wearing the hemp bag on their head was already hanging from the ceiling. I thought I should tell the others right away, so I headed to the motel.
Why the motel?
Because it was close to the music venue, and unlike the hospital, there were more able-bodied people there. At least, that's what I thought. But the only person who came with me
Okay,
was
I'm
Chiaki.
ready.
But I remember feeling a little relieved because not long after, we met up with Mikan and Fuyuhiko.
We were also looking for Ibuki
You
since
see
she
me
disappeared
yet?
from our sight.
I gotta
After I
fix
rested
my
for a
actual
bit,
face track.
I started counting everyone at the hospital. And then I noticed Ibuki was gone. So I sprinted out of the hospital. Coincidentally, I ran into Fuyuhiko. So I pled with him in various ways to see if he could help me out.
Various ways?
Can you quit it, Kazuichi? Can we get rid of him? Can he be the killer,
Don't
please?
say it like that and confuse people.
After I heard from those two that Ibuki disappeared, I had a feeling she was the person wearing the hemp bag. So I immediately led them to the music venue.
But the door wouldn't
There,
open.
now I can
Since we
move
had
my
no other
face.
option, the four of us broke down the door. And when that happened, we didn't just find Ibuki's body. We also found Hiyoko's. And not just that. Her body was taped to a pillar.
That's when we heard the body discovery announcement. Not once, but twice in a row.
And so we decided to lower the hanged body, didn't we?
When we removed the hemp bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki.
So that's how the case played out. Thank you. I understood it very easily.
Well, it's clear what the problem with this case is. When Hajime left the music venue, who...
Wait, how do I know anything Hajime just said is true?
That is true, though, huh?
Sorry, I'm only being impartial right now. And the story I just heard is clearly suspicious. Hajime, if you're the only one who saw the hanging video, and the first one to discover Ibuki's body,
I know, he does sound sus, doesn't he?
you could be lying as much
From
as
an
you
outside
want
perspective.
right now, right?
Just like, oh, I saw this, and I saw this, and I did this, and I did that. And I led everybody
Why
to
would I
everything.
lie? Obviously. So you could make us ignore what might be an inconvenient truth for you.
Do you doubt me?
If you're not lying, I would like you to prove it. Come on, try to prove it to me. Prove you're not the killer.
Just as Kazuichi said, Nagito's the kind of guy who'll just confuse us and make matters worse. Darn it. I should have explained it to Nagito. I'm in trouble now thanks to that. Yeah, good job, Hajime. What the heck? Okay, surveillance, movie ticket. Okay.
Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
If Hajime's testimony is a lie, then the fact that Ibuki hung herself...
That would also be a lie.
I don't think I can deny that possibility. After all, Hajime is the only witness.
I don't know.
Why would Hajime lie?
Well, obviously because he's the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitated. No, that's wrong.
Hi, waffles with bacon and eggs.
Killer! I
How
mean,
are
there's no
you?
way I'd be able to imitate that movie.
Of course you're not.
What
I already
username?
knew that.
Huh?
Before the incident, Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof of that. Each person only received one ticket, and they're marked with a stamp that shows the date and time. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Yes, no mistakes there.
Which means there's no way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could commit murders that imitated it.
Oh, snap. So Nagito was low-key helping us? You're good, good. I am good as well.
Or did anyone
for
tell him
asking.
what happens in the movie? Of course no one did, right?
Hold on a sec. You're the one who brought this up in the first place.
Nagito, what are you doing?
Well, since we're opening with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation. It also provides a good warm-up.
What warm-up? This isn't a game, you know.
Don't get mad. I just think warming up is really important. Especially since this isn't a game.
What a waste of time. Well, I knew it would turn out like this anyway.
Now then, since we know Hajime's testimony is reliable, let us move on to the arguments. So this means Ibuki definitely climbed the stepladder all by herself, right?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Then that seals it! Ibuki committed suicide!
If Ibuki committed suicide, then who killed Hiyoko?
A murder coincidentally occurring in the same place as a suicide ain't possible, huh?
Like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is. The killer murdered Hiyoko
Oh, yeah,
while
you're back.
Hajime was gone.
Nagito is our buddy all along. Just makes us doubt once in a while, but yeah. He's always there for us, yeah. I'm eating ice cream, by the way, so...
So all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that.
Then let's ask Hajime. How long would you say you were away from the music venue?
I couldn't have been gone for more than 10 minutes.
So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes? There's no way that's possible.
That's why the killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
What do you mean, a closed room?
The killer blocked the venue door from the inside to try and keep us from entering right away.
However, that door is the only entrance to the music venue, right? If they blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Which means, when we broke down the venue door, the killer was still inside.
They were?
If that's the case, the only suspicious people are those who don't have an alibi for that time. And that's you two, Sonia and Kazuichi.
Huh.
Me too?
What the hell? Why's it gotta be us?
Nagito was in the closet. I can't remember where he was, like, at the beginning, though.
The others all
I don't
have
know.
alibis. Chiaki, Mikan, Hajime, and I all broke down the venue door together.
Who does that mark out? But, like, Nagito.
Gundam met up with Hajime at the motel right before that. And if Akane and Nagito were laid up in the hospital, the only person that leaves is one of you.
There's another person who doesn't have an alibi. You know, Nekomaru.
Haha, jokes. What a bad time to be in the closet. Oh my goodness.
Hey, why are you talking like, huh? You're kidding, right? You're not up to something weird, are you?
Please stop making bad jokes.
Anyway, if the killer was hiding inside the venue, we should obviously doubt the people who don't have alibis.
What a wicked way of backing us into a wall. Is this his professional skill?
The killer was inside the music venue. Fuyuhiko obviously thinks so, but is it really? Is that really it? Okay, we gotta look up these ones too. Surveillance monitor video. The glob.
The killer was
And
still
step
inside
ladder.
the
Oh,
music
no, okay.
venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
Dang it! I was like, oh, let me add to that. Never mind.
By locking the door from the inside. No, that's wrong!
Wait a sec. There's also a possibility that the door was locked from the outside.
From the outside? How?
There was a semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue door. Maybe that's what they used.
Semi-transparent glob. Like rubber, maybe?
It was probably, oops, glue.
I see!
That semi-transparent glob must have been glue.
Glue?
Yeah, I think so too. It had a firm, gel-like chewiness, and I could smell workshop chemicals the moment I put it in my mouth. Based on all that, I'm certain it was glue.
I didn't know glue was edible.
I believe it is not something one typically eats.
That glue was only applied to the areas where both doors touched. By pouring it in the gaps of the closed door, they must have sealed the venue door from the outside.
Glue is not edible. Glue is not edible.
And thanks to that, a
Chucky,
glob
why
of
did
glue
you?
was left where the door was stuck. Yep, it fits perfectly.
But
I
if
mean,
we just stick them together
she
with
now knew
glue,
it was glue.
we'd be able to break down the door
Because she tasted it.
It's her favorite food.
Yeah.
That doesn't really matter. The killer only did that to make us think the door was locked from the inside.
What'd you say?
First of all, didn't that drumstick we found seem really obvious? Almost unnaturally so? It was so obvious that it makes more sense to think the killer placed it as a diversion.
Are you saying the drumstick was a trap the killer set on purpose? Then I totally fell for that fucking trap.
Apologize to Miss Sonia and me. However, you're not allowed to slice open your stomach this time.
In a quarrel, both sides are to blame. That's why it's better to just have no sides at all.
So, during the 10 minutes Hajime left the venue, the killer murdered Hiyoko and created a closed space?
And they also taped her up after killing her, right?
What is that?
Oop.
Maybe you're reading what just happened in the.
What happened?
Finish this.
Madison's kill it.
That's scrap. Isn't it part of the wallpaper in the storage room?
And Fallout would be 100. Why does Hajime get to play games in his head? So unfair to everyone else who just stands there while he plays.
In the music venue
Wait, he
storage
plays
room,
games
there
in
should
his
have been
butt?
black wallpaper that's the same color as that scrap. There was also a tear along the edge of the wallpaper, wasn't there? If so,
You're right. If you overlay the scrap that was caught on the lighting with the tear in the wallpaper...
So what is that?
See? It fits perfectly.
I see. So the scrap that was caught on the baton lighting was originally part of the wallpaper.
And what's wrong with that? Does it have something to do with Hiyoko's body disappearing?
What, did they like fully cover her body with it?
A mere nobody like me isn't important enough to answer that. But if you guys were exceptional enough to identify that scrap of paper, you can figure this out easily.
That scrap of paper stuck in the baton lighting was part of that wallpaper I found in the storage room. Is it connected to a sudden appearance of Hyoko's body? Meaning, did the killer use that wallpaper to make Hiyoko appear next to the pillar? If I trace it back from there, the answer, should become clear. Alright, let's give this a try. Are we playing more games? The heck? Oh, Logic Dive. Oh, heck yeah! I love this game!
Yay!
Why did Hyoko's body suddenly appear at the crime scene? It was hidden.
I feel like Nagito knows the murderers, but I'd just like to do the trial same.
Oh, this is intense. This is intense. Ah! Ah! Oh! Yes! Did it. That's probably it, yeah. Everyone else has Bluetooth eyes so they can watch Hajime play the games.
it's all coming together. I got it. Hyoko's body was hidden before we found it.
But it would have taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden body.
No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it, along with the pillar using the wallpaper.
What? They hid the pillar?
Yeah, by wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar.
Yeah, epic finish. Oh, Oz is just vibing with the broken VTuber position.
Broken 240p us
So when I first discovered Ibuki's body, Hyoko's body was already there. However, because it was concealed within a slightly larger pillar, I didn't realize that at the time.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
So they used the baton lighting on the ceiling to hang the wallpaper?
Of course you were going to be so distracted by the body anyway that you weren't going to be like, that pillar looks kind of funky.
The baton lighting forms a perfect
gonna be too
circle around the
shocked.
pillar. So using it to hang the wallpaper totally fits.
Then, the reason the wallpaper was covered in so many stickers was to make it look like that pillar.
That's how they hid Hyoko's body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music venue.
But the killer made a mistake. They accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper. And because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
The killer must have been in a hurry. Their plan took too long. Hajime could have walked in on them.
But going to the trouble of hiding the body and the pillar is very bold and risky.
So who's bold and risky here, huh?
But the crime itself would be much easier to pull off since they don't have much to do while Hajime's gone.
Now I see a slightly larger pillar and know there's a body in it. You mean if you found one of your friends hanging from the ceiling, you would start investigating the pillars instead of freaking out that your friend is dead?
They just have to
That's
peel
what your
off that
reaction would be?
wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal.
Then, when was Hiyoko actually killed?
Good point. And on that note, it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
You mentioned imitation murder more than once. But what is that?
Probably. Wow. So you're not that concerned about your friend then? It's not that big of a deal? Your mind won't be clouded? You won't be kind of freaking out? You won't be scared and worried?
Are you kidding me? You haven't seen my masterpiece? The Wizard of Monami 2.5D?
Hey, don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission.
Nah, okay. So you're more of like a... what character? More of like maybe a Nikito. People die, doesn't matter. You don't care.
You're pretty noisy for someone who eats mothballs.
I don't eat mothballs. I just enjoy looking at them.
I knew it! There are so many similarities, it must have been intentional.
Ibuki's death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie. Not just that, but Hiyoko getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
It's as if both crimes were replicas of scenes from the movie, although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
The reason the killer imitated the two victims in that movie, they probably wanted us to think everything happened the same way it did in the movie. To mix up the killing order, because they liked the movies, to hide the weapon, to let the accomplice escape.
I see!
The reason the killer imitated two of the murders from the movie was so he'd mix up the killing order.
Then, Hiyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
A valid line of reasoning.
Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
What do you mean? If you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
I'm not even crying.
I'll let you sob as much as you want later. Just hurry up and tell me before I change my
I'm
mind.
not even crying, bozo. Because they like movies. Ew.
What a jerk!
Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right? Because you don't understand what I'm saying, right?
An even bigger jerk? Impossible!
Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right? That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
What's wrong with that?
But it seems Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed. That would mean Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
How light. Your words are so light as the sylph's feather. Your opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to try to perplex me so inadequately.
Man, he's being annoying again.
First and foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Hiyoko was killed. How can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that?
Why is he being
Because she was
sus
doing
right now?
something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
Yeah, bring it, girl.
It seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion.
You're one to talk.
Anyway, if this continues, we're just gonna talk in circles. I think it's best if we clarify Ibuki's status so when Hiyoko was killed. Okay. What do we got? Candle, stepladder, blood on the soles.
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
Yes.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
I
agree with that.
I agree, bruh. Blech. Yeah.
Just as
throw
Sonia
up?
said, Ibuki stepped on
You're
something.
back again. Yay. You missed when Chiaki was eating glue.
That something was blood. There were faint blood stains on the soles of her slippers.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external
And they were
injuries.
debating if glue was edible or not. And I was like, dang, I wish Omi was here.
Then it's Hiyoko's blood.
Hiyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck. And she died almost instantly, right?
If Ibuki stepped on her blood,
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was mortally wounded. Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hiyoko was killed.
Don't underestimate the power of the evil.
Dude, don't make me do this challenge. Are you kidding me?
Is that it? A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime
No.
Hinata.
Oh my goodness. Butt spot.
Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
What did you say?
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? That's a good
Wait, it's
line.
edible?
But are you sure you're sure? If I show you how serious I am, this world might be destroyed, you know. You're so frightened you can't even make a sound. It seems you've realized our difference in status. However, the time for conviction starts now. You better entertain me to the fullest.
Okay, weirdo. Oh, I hate these. Oh, why is there so many?
I see. There was no blood on the floor.
How?
Allow me to cut through those words.
Yay!
That's not it. The reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterward.
Don't say such foolish things. You don't have proof of that at all.
Stop acting sus.
Yes, I do. If you look closely, there's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
When the killer tried to hide Hyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the
I
same
thought,
time.
yeah, I
but
thought we were gonna have to go through that whole thing again, but it was just like smack done.
Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right? Even if they're able to hide Hyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Hyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding.
Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating. So I don't think they had to go that far.
aside from Mikon, none of us were aware of that fact. So the killer probably did not know it either.
Maybe the heater was running inside the music venue so it would screw with Mikon's autopsy?
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater!
If the time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file just to keep concrete evidence from us.
Yup. Since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who wants to object, right? Then it's decided. Hyoko was killed before Ibuki.
It appears that it is wiser to retreat for now. Fine then. But regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's conviction.
Can't you just shut up and back off?
Now then, let us resume our debate.
Wait a sec. There's something I want to run by Monokuma first.
Huh? Again?
Think he does
Didn't
debates with
something like this
Monokuma
happen
again.
last time too?
Hey, if the victim actually committed suicide, what are we supposed to do?
Oh, you're still crying. If you had a I guess, that means it's not fine. Just saying. Huh?
The same as always. You have to vote for who the killer is.
So don't even hide it.
Think about it. A suicide means you've killed the most important existence of all, yourself. Unfortunately, that means there's no Blacken to punish, but I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monami.
Why me?
What the heck?
Nagito, what do you mean? If the victim actually committed suicide?
Well, I mean, I understand Hyoko's death, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered. For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hyoko, and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right?
That's totally impossible. Then she never would have killed her to begin with.
She was afflicted by the despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
But if Ibuki's the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right? After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of Hyoko's body soon after means the killer had to be alive at that time.
Then she was alive! When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead. If she waited until Hajime left, that's when she could have made her move and mess with the crime scene.
She hanged herself. Remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that.
What?
And if she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging. Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
I see. So that means there's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
What the heck?
There's still one more issue on my mind. If Ibuki didn't commit suicide, then just what was that video Hajime saw?
Huh?
According to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right? Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
Forced? Perhaps they used hypnotism or something?
You guys are just thinking about this? People, she had like the gullible disease.
I don't know anything about that.
As soon as they told her to do something, she'd be like,
say it all
oh, okay.
proud.
Putting that aside, it seems obvious that the killer did something. So, maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was.
Wait, does not everybody know she has the gullible stuff?
Oh, maybe the people who weren't at the hospital didn't
They don't know. The only people who know is me, Mikan, and Fuyuhiko. Oh, sus.
So, an alibi. Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi. Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime
Oh,
took place.
sus.
But just to be sure, that surveillance camera doesn't have a record function, right?
It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature.
Oh, if it was Mikan, that would be like the most twist ever.
The video Hajime saw was actually live?
Because if she's one of the only ones that
What
knows.
time did Hajime see that video?
Oh, I thought everybody knew.
I saw it at the hospital, right before Monokuma's morning announcement. And I saw the body at the music venue a little after Monokuma's announcement.
So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement. And since we established that Hyoko was killed before Ibuki, that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Then we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time?
Now then, I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence.
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
I don't know what to do.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi,
what to do. Oh, I do
No,
that.
that's wrong. Hold on.
Thought you
Not
said
all
it
of
was
us are missing an alibi. In fact, Mikan and I both have alibis.
you two have alibis?
Up until I saw that hanging video, Mikan and I were actually together for a while.
We even woke up together that morning.
Hey, what kind of situation is that?
Oh, jeez.
I accidentally fell asleep on top of Hajime.
Too much info.
Too much info. TMI!
Yeah, it's not like that. She just came to tell me Nagato's condition had improved.
Nagados? Whoa, what kind of pronunciation was that?
And we went to the hospital
Did you
together
say that?
afterwards.
Yeah.
So we were together until right before the announcement.
I get it. You guys have alibis.
If that's the case, the killer must be someone else.
It's better if we think about it like that.
I know, in front of Chiaki! That made me upset.
The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway.
Chiaki is Hajime's lover, okay?
So it's inevitable that
Not
an
me,
alibi
Con.
for both before and during the morning announcement would be very important.
I don't ship Mikan. Mikan's sus.
It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
But committing an imitation murder, is that really all it
What
was?
is that word? I don't know what that word is. Twitch something. I don't know. I hope she still loves us after this. I know. Huh?
Faking the time the crime occurred by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the process. Was that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie?
Are you saying there's another reason?
I feel really bad for confusing you guys so much.
Oops.
I think the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence.
The killer had a different season. If that's the case, are we still in the killer's trap? Inside a trap set by one of us. If so, then whose and what kind of trap is it? Are we already suspended? We are already suspended? What? The reason the killer did an imitation murder is a reason other than falsifying the murder sequence. Does something like that even exist?
It suddenly got quiet in here. Did I confuse you? If so, I wish I could die from self-loathing.
Oh wow.
Man, this again.
I still feel like I'm failing at this game.
If that's the case, it would have been just dandy if they had gone ahead and killed me too. If that happened, the imitation would have been perfect.
Well, it's against the rules to kill 3 people in the first place.
That rule is too harsh. I couldn't get killed because of that.
Seriously, just shut up already! Shut up forever!
Shut up forever.
But I'm thinking about it again, and he's totally right. It feels incomplete.
Because they didn't kill 3 people like the movie did? That's only because of Monokuma's rule.
It's not just that. Come on, try to remember the content of the movie.
Okay.
About the lion that got killed second.
That's the one Hyoko's body was imitating, right?
It might have been the other one.
Even though we're calling it an imitation, the lion was actually pinned by arrows, right? But Hyoko's body was suspended by common household duct tape.
Maybe
Someone
just used a
household duct
common
tape.
substitute because it was too difficult to imitate the arrows.
Well, that's probably it, but that attitude is what makes this feel incomplete. If falsifying the murder sequence was the killer's plan from the very beginning, they should have taken steps to properly imitate it.
But if we never realized it was a half-assed imitation, their entire plan would have been completely useless.
What are you trying to say? Are you saying the imitation wasn't planned?
I'm saying, Hyoko's murder wasn't.
What?
Yoko's murder wasn't planned?
I understand that imitation wasn't enough, but aren't you making a bunch of assumptions?
It's not just the poor imitation. There are also other strange details.
I still got a long way to go for this trial. Oh. Why does Kazuichi want everyone to shut up because he's a meanie?
Strange details. Like what?
Like, for example, why did Hyoko go to the music venue?
Wow, I know why.
So, you're saying the truth behind Hyoko's murder is hidden?
I have no freaking clue what you're trying to say.
However, this is getting quite interesting. My 4 dark devas of destruction are getting riled up.
Why Hyoko went to the music not festival, jeez, venue. If that was the key to all this, I need to find out no matter what the cost. I know, it's Sonia's account. Sonia's account. Where's Sonia's account? Crap, it's not there. The motel room key, the thick paper, the curtain,
Why did Hyoko
AC temperatures, oh jeez.
go to the music venue?
Sonia's account
There's no
though.
way we'd know that!
Sonia told her to.
Maybe the killer summoned her.
No.
If that's not
Maybe?
it,
Maybe though.
maybe she got abducted by the killer.
No.
No, maybe. She went of her own free will.
Or she was guided by the will of causality.
She went of her own free will.
I don't know. It might have been the.
I agree with that.
Oh. Never mind. I mean, yeah.
Just as Sonia said.
I did click
She
it,
went to the
but I
music
just
venue
thought it
of
was
her
going to
own
be
free
another one. I was expecting to not get that right.
So, exactly as I assumed.
If no one called for her, then why did she go?
Hyoko locked herself in her room because she was being overly cautious of the despair disease, you know? I don't think a person like that would leave their room just because someone called for them.
There's no way she got abducted?
No.
Hyoko locked the room she was staying in before she went out.
If she was forcibly taken from her room, there's no way she would have had time to lock it.
The killer could have locked her door, right? Just to hide the fact Hyoko got abducted.
Making
Then they
it
couldn't
too
have hidden her
complicated.
room key that deep in her kimono. They would have put it somewhere more obvious.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's no point in messing with the crime scene if nobody finds the key. At the time, you were the one who actually took out the key, right? Then something like that.
I won't lose.
Oh my. Why is she battling me? Why?
Are you saying my gut was wrong? This is my first and last highlight of the day. Why won't you just let me shine already?
Oh jeez.
No.
The heck?
That's not the issue.
The heck?
Shut up! Enough with your fancy talk. I'll shut you up right now.
What? No, Sonia doesn't. Oh
She
yeah.
fought the killer.
I don't know.
Allow me to
There we
cut
go.
through those
Boom.
words.
Ah!
The reason Hyoko's kimono was messed up was because she wasn't able to properly wear it.
Wear her kimono?
Yeah, it's also the reason why she decided to go out on her own.
Hyoko seemed to be really struggling with wearing her kimono. I believe that was one of the reasons she locked herself in her room. That is why I informed her. I told her that there was a full-length mirror at the music venue, and I suggested that she use it.
Then the reason her kimono was messed up wasn't because she fought the killer.
Yeah. She went to
Yeah.
the venue on her own just to fix her messed up kimono.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. I lost. Boil
Also,
me,
just like
burn me,
Monica
take off my
after deleting
clothes. Do whatever you want to me.
Oh jeez.
Hajime, now's your chance. Make
Oh
her
my goodness.
admit defeat. Or better yet, make her do a little something something.
Can you? No.
Then, The killer probably couldn't have assumed that Hiyoko would go to the music venue.
Though that may not apply to Sonia, since she provided Hiyoko with that information.
Asa's dancing would be cursed, and her laptop would probably explode.
Though I knew she would.
I don't know.
There's no way
I was
I
thinking
could have
about trying
predicted
to use
when
a
she would
dance emote,
arrive.
but it's like it can barely.
Don't go doubting Miss Sonia, you cretin. I'll put you and your hamsters 6 feet under.
Yeah.
Kazuichi, it seems you have quite the fashion sense. Do you want me to incinerate your clothes? Perhaps I could do that while you're wearing them.
Gunjan, please stop! For his sake.
What do you mean, for my sake?
Of course. I've already overlooked no less than 10 opportunities to kill you.
Even if the killer couldn't predict it, why did Hiyoko get killed in the music venue?
The only thing I can think of is, it was an unfortunate coincidence.
Coincidence?
When she went to the venue by herself, she was probably just unlucky and walked in on the crime scene.
Oh.
She was killed so there wouldn't be any loose ends?
It probably happened when the killer was preparing to kill Ibuki. The killer most likely had already placed the hemp bag over her head, and without hesitation,
killed Hiyoko.
Because the killer used that coincidence for their crime, it made this case even trickier.
She was just trying to fix her big kimono.
That's the reason they imitated the movie to falsify the murder sequence.
Which means that low-down scoundrel didn't plan on committing imitation murders at first.
Then what was the killer actually planning to do? They've been cunning this far. There's no way they'd kill Ibuki without a plan.
Do you have any ideas?
Damn, we don't know the most important part.
The killer's plan from the beginning. I'm pretty sure we're very close.
Hey, Nagito, any ideas?
Hey, Nagito.
Hey, how long are you gonna stay quiet?
Oh, am I allowed to speak? I'm so happy I'm getting goosebumps.
Oh, jeez.
Everyone actually needs help from scum like me.
Oh, jeez. What the heck?
I was thinking about it while I had my mouth shut. And now I'm finally able to come to a conclusion.
I was thinking about it while I had my mouth shut, guys.
Ibuki definitely didn't commit suicide.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Someone told her to do it.
I thought there might be a possibility that she faked her death and tampered with the crime scene. But now I remember. There was blood on Ibuki's slippers.
Yeah, she just has anger issues. Remember how nice she was with jeez, what's her name?
So if she faked her death and walked around the music venue tampering with the crime scene,
and she started being nice to Ibuki because she liked her music, like, you just gotta do the right things with her, you know?
There'd be bloody footprints left in various places throughout the venue. So that's why I think there's no way she faked her death. There's no way Ibuki committed suicide.
What if her stutter is fake and she's actually the killer?
You know, we already finished talking about that a while ago.
Really? That's annoying. I guess I should just awkwardly laugh about it then.
Are you freaking kidding me? There's no limit to how useless you can be.
Can we get rid of this guy, please? He's the one that annoys me. This is the guy that annoys me. No, wait a minute. If Ibuki had blood on her feet, that'd be footprints all over the place if she kept walking around.
Strange. That's very strange.
Strange? What's strange?
I see. It's not something we finished talking about. Those footprints. There's still an important clue left that we completely overlooked. Just as Nagito said, if she had blood on her feet, she would have left footprints.
If Ibuki used the stepladder to hang herself, it's strange that there weren't any footprints on it.
Huh? There weren't?
Yeah, that stepladder was completely
They wiped
clean.
it off.
No footprints or bloodstains at all.
Did you notice such a small detail? How amazing! This is truly the talent of a chosen ultimate!
Yes. What are you talking about? You were obviously leading us to this. That's why you brought up that topic after all this time. Nagito, Komeda, your definitely someone I shouldn't underestimate.
Didn't you say you saw that video of Ibuki climbing the stepladder? Then I think there's no doubt that she really did climb it.
Unless there was something funny about that video.
I see. So there was some kind of trick arranged in that video,
But that's something only Hajime would know, since he's the only one who saw that video.
So, just as I thought, it comes down to that. The mystery surrounding this incident is contained in that video, and whether or not we can teach that hidden truth, it's all up to
Hajime,
me.
I leave it in your hands. As long as I leave this to you, I won't tell you to do your best, but oh well. You should get started already.
Aw, she's blushing. Does she love us?
Yeah, I'll definitely try.
If there was some hidden clue in that video, I should have seen something strange if I watched it. I'm the only one who can clear that up.
Because in real life, not only am I 12'12", but I'm also like 90% muscle. It's great.
What are you talking about?
Can you hear me?
I like was walking away and I heard you talking about, oh yeah, I'm so strong because milk and blah blah blah. And so I put my headphones back on. I was like, so I'm the only one who can do it. Wait, what are we doing? The hanging video that I saw, based on everything we know from the arguments thus far. Okay. Yeah, I'm good. Based on everything we know from the arguments thus far, I should be able to figure out what's strange. For instance, there was a certain item present when we investigated the crime scene that wasn't in the video. I just drank it right now.
There's something else that looks suspicious?
The ladder that doesn't have blood on it.
That's right, I remember now. There was definitely something strange about that video.
Can you explain it to us?
What's strange is that stepladder I mentioned earlier. It's true that the steps of that stepladder weren't dirty, but there was a bloodstain right on the left side of the stepladder. However, that contradicts the video I saw at the hospital. There weren't any bloodstains on the stepladder in the video. It was completely clean.
That is truly strange.
See the girl on his left?
If the
girl
video
on
showed
his
the
left
moment
died.
of Ibuki's death, then Hiyoko should have already been dead by that point.
I know I'm saying, oh snap, I already knew that.
Even so, the fact is the stepladder had blood on it at the actual crime scene. But the stepladder in the video was completely bloodless.
I'm telling you, it wasn't Ibuki who climbed in the video. I know, I wish she lived too. Yeah, and Hiyoko too.
And there's no way the video was recorded in advance.
Let me drink
that's the
my
case,
milk. I'm gonna hydrate
The only
some
thing
more.
I can think of is...
Yay,
It's
hydrating
possible
time.
those two stepladders were completely different.
Wait, are you saying there were two step ladders?
But where would you find another stepladder? There was only one stepladder in the music venue.
Oh, I gotta hydrate again. Okay, let me go hydrate
And
again.
one of the stepladders was somewhere.
What do you mean?
You're suggesting that the stepladder in the video isn't the only thing that's different. Am I right? That's amazing, Chiaki. All that gaming has given you incredible deduction skills. Is it okay to say that?
What are you two talking about?
Stepladder isn't the only thing that's different. Huh? Chiaki said that the stepladder was at a different place, but if so, doesn't that mean the video I saw is completely wrong? Which means the thing that's different between the video and the actual scene of the crime. Does that mean the killer used a surveillance camera unit to do something in at that place? Jeez Louise. Ugh.
That's right. Besides the stepladder, the filming location must have been different too.
What do you mean?
I mean,
Yay!
the video I
Thanks
saw
for
was not filmed
following
at the music
Waffles
venue.
with Bacon and Eggs.
It was filmed somewhere else.
Thank you, thank you.
But the hospital monitor is supposed to display footage captured by the music venue camera, you know?
Then, there's a possibility that the killer also tampered with the surveillance camera unit.
In order to show us that they filmed the video at the music festival instead of somewhere else, what did the killer, not the filmer, do at the surveillance camera unit? The monitor and camera are part of the surveillance camera unit. Ooh, you have Sayori keyboard. Oh, you have Sayori keyboard. And the video I saw at the hospital should have been filmed with the camera at the music venue. If that video was filmed somewhere else, the killer was able to do that. Boy! Ooh, we get logic dive. Heck yeah, let's go. Yeah! I love this game. Why is there so many games in this trial? I don't know, but let's do it. Whoa! 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 Whoa, 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 whoa! Stop, stop, stop! It's going too fast. I literally can't keep up with this. What the heck? Yay!
It's all coming together. That's it. The killer just brought the camera from the music venue. With it, they made me think it was a live feed from the venue, when it was actually from somewhere else.
Then only the monitor was left in the music venue?
Yes, at least when I first discovered Ibuki's body. But when Hyoko's body appeared, the killer probably put the camera back too.
That means you should have realized that from the start.
Now-
And made this easier on all of us.
Now Oz looks like a little cousin just watching you play a game.
He did discover the body. I doubt his attention was focused on the camera.
Oh,
The weird
yeah.
cousin with the broken back.
Oh, yeah. Look what Omi did.
What?
I mean, wow.
What
Look
does
what
that
Omi did.
mean?
Okay.
Well, that's
What
true.
does it mean?
That's great.
In order to hide that the camera was missing, the
What
killer
time is
did
it?
one more thing.
I
for
can't
the
say
main
because I'm
monitor.
not allowed to say certain words.
You are?
Omi did a Omi band. Omi did a Omi band.
Omi band, Omi.
in IRL word bands.
Oh.
The thing that the killer did to the remaining monitor was destroy it.
I see.
I'm just gonna eat my crackers.
The killer smashed the monitor to pieces, destroying it. As long as it was in pieces, you wouldn't be able to tell if the camera was actually there or not. My attention was so focused on the body that even I couldn't have noticed something like that.
And the moment Hajime left the music venue, the killer put back the camera they took.
And they destroyed it and left that in pieces as well.
It's easy to say it was filmed somewhere else, but the surveillance camera's connection wasn't that strong.
Isn't Nagito so cool?
Despite Kazuichi's desperate
Nagito is
repair
cool.
efforts, it
Boom.
seems it could not transmit from the hospital to the motel.
The fact that it was able to connect between the hospital and the music venue is amazing enough.
Whoa, we have 8 people watching right now. We're in the middle of a trial, by the way. Which means even if it was...
I mean, after all this, we're still in the middle of a trial.
Yeah. Even if it was filmed in another place, as long as it was transmitting to the hospital, the range would be pretty limited. If that's the case, there was the where was the video filmed to make it look like it was filmed at the music venue? Hi! Leaf is here! Leaf is here. Hi! Yay!
Hi!
The only possibility
My back
is...
is broken today.
Yeah. What the heck? That place inside that building. Room! Boom.
Possible that it was filmed at the hospital's conference room.
Huh?
Dang.
Conference room?
But the hospital and the music venue look completely different.
That's exactly why the killer did something to make those two places resemble each other.
I've got to make clear what that work was. You've never had it? I don't.
I had it once. I don't remember what I had though. Was that the place with the stale chips? Somewhere I had stale chips.
Really stale chips.
Oh. I went to
There's no
Chipotle
way
one
the
time and they had
coffee's
Scrap a
stale
fake
chips.
paper for you. He goes
Oh,
accounts.
make it
events,
get
human
those
unit.
limo.
The same.
Maybe we should
Step
just
ladder.
instead
I'm
do
shh,
plan
resemble the
B.
other.
Shh, be quiet for a moment. I gotta
Did the
listen to
conference
this.
room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the conference room?
What the heck are you trying to say?
Or did they make some kind of set?
Or they might have tampered with the camera.
I still can't believe he mixed up the filming locations. Hajime, you're pretty stupid.
Wow.
Excuse me?
Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the...
Oh, finally.
What the killer did was make the music venue, the crime scene, look like the conference room. They did that by using the black curtain hanging at the back of the stage.
From what I remember, there used to be a really flashy curtain. It somehow became a plain black curtain that didn't seem to be the right size.
That's right! It's so half-assed, just like Monami.
Oh yeah? Well, your face looks stupid.
That curtain was hung so the music venue would look like the conference room?
In actuality,
That's how I would
even though the
censor it.
curtain in the conference room doesn't stand out, it is a black light-blocking curtain that's long enough to reach the floor.
Monami Slade. Boom. 10 hours? What? 10 hours! Yeah!
I see.
Boom.
The conference room. Indeed, the floor of that room is the same color as the music venue stage. So the killer chose the conference room because they realized the floor matched.
Matching floors, matching curtains. I guess it makes sense you'd mistake the two.
But that's not all. There should be something else the killer did to tamper with the evidence. Probably.
Something else the killer did not make. The music video looked like the conference room. That's it. The reason the killer used that in the video because they tampered with the evidence. Was it the candle?
I can prove it.
It was.
You're referring to the candle in the music venue, right? In the video I saw, a candle was used for lighting. But if you think about it, it's pretty strange. The music venue has good lighting, so there's no reason to even use candlelight.
But wouldn't they have done it to make it feel creepier?
That might have been another reason, but the main reason was probably to tamper with evidence. The lighting in the conference room and the music venue are so different. They couldn't be used during filming. That's why the killer used a candle as film lighting instead.
Which means... Are you saying the candle in the music venue wasn't actually used?
That candle was likely placed there just to make me think it was the same candle that was used in the video.
With candlelight, you can't see things in that much detail. Maybe they were going for that effect. With that cheap-ass camera, it won't capture much in a dark area.
As long as this all matches up, it should be no problem to say this is decided. The video I saw wasn't filmed at the music venue. It was actually filmed at the hospital conference room.
If I'd found proof that evidence in the conference room was altered, we would... But it appears the killer already covered that up. So I didn't find anything when I went there.
But there's no mistake. That's the only place within the connection range of the surveillance camera.
The motel would have been too far, and the interior design of the movie theater is too distinctive.
But this must be a surprising turn of events for Hajime. You never suspected that the video you saw in the hospital was being filmed in the conference room.
The incident isn't happening at the scene of a crime, it's occurring in the conference room.
I felt like I heard the Bayside cops say that before, but isn't that the other way around?
If Ibuki's hanging video was filmed at the hospital's conference room, then was Ibuki killed at the conference room too?
Oh, phew.
No, that's not possible. Right after Hajime saw that video, he discovered Ibuki's body at the music venue.
That video was filmed at the conference room, but Ibuki's body was at the music venue. Which means that there was fake somewhere. That fake must have been... No, that wasn't fake, that she was in the music venue, but she wasn't in the music venue. Her in the conference room? Oh, okay.
The person wearing the hint bag in that video wasn't Ibuki.
Yes! I was trying to say it!
The killer pretending to be Ibuki.
Yes! Boom!
The killer put on a hospital gown, wore a hint bag on their head, and was only pretending to be the victim.
I was literally confused about that since the beginning. I'm like, wait, how is that Ibuki?
By that time, the real Ibuki must have already
Like, where
been
did all of
killed.
her hair go?
The actual time of death must have been earlier.
Someone with short
Probably
hair.
around midnight
Who
or
has the
dawn
shortest
for
hair
both
here?
witnesses.
Gundam? Or, our Yakuza boy that almost just died?
If they took Ibuki from the music venue to the hospital to kill her, there's no way it happened during the day.
Dang. Yay. Snot just went out of the... My snot just went out for a walk with the tissue. That's cute. Leon. So that's what happened. Then no matter how quickly I ran, it was impossible for me to rescue Ibuki. At that moment, I was already in the killer's trap. And the one who set up the trap for
But
me
why
was...
did the killer go to the trouble of making a fake video just so Hajime could go to the crime scene?
The reason the killer made a fake video. There's only one possibility I can think of. And if I examine that possibility thoroughly, then naturally the killer's identity will reveal itself.
You fiend! Are you saying you already know who the killer is?
That's right, I should already know. I should have already known who the killer is. I don't know who I'm supposed to suspect. Not Fuyuhiko. I don't know. I'm confused. Am I supposed to do Mikon?
You're the only one!
Oh! It is her.
You're the killer, aren't you?
She was sus at the beginning. She was one of the only ones that knew.
What are you talking about?
You're one of the only ones who knew that Ibuki was sick. Okay?
Like I said, aren't you the
Susness.
killer who murdered Ibuki?
We pointed
and
that out
Hiyoko?
at the beginning of the trial.
Killer? Huh? I'm the killer? What is this?
Hey, don't you think that's kinda impossible? A chick like her as the killer? She couldn't even kill a fly. In fact, the fly would probably kill her first.
Or so she wants us to think.
She's right! A clumsy slowpoke like me killing someone? That's completely out of the question!
But we're the only ones. Thanks to that video, we're the only ones who have the advantage of an alibi.
An alibi? Was that the killer's goal?
Now that you
I'll be
mention
right
it,
back really fast. I
you
gotta
guys
take the
brought
dog
that up
out.
earlier.
Okay.
Only Hajime and Nikon have an alibi.
It's just a coincidence!
But you're the only one who could have filmed that video in the hospital conference room. Is that also a coincidence? At that time, you said you were going to the on-call room. But
Oops.
that's when you
Sorry.
put on a hospital gown that you prepared in advance, put the bag on your head, and began filming. By doing that, you made up a video that showed Ibuki trying to hang herself at the music video.
Oh, that's why there was a curtain that covers everything, and oh, and the projector and everything. Oh, it makes sense now. Okay, got it.
It showed that to me. Furthermore, I saw that video at the hospital lobby. If someone wants to go to the conference room from outside, they have to pass through the lobby.
So it's impossible that someone who wasn't already in the hospital went to the conference room to film.
Not only that, the others in the hospital, Akane and I, were both delirious from the despair disease.
So that must mean...
Please, wait a second. What are you saying? I'm the killer? That's impossible. There's no way I could kill someone.
It's not literally impossible. Can't you give a better defense than that?
This shows she can't even do that.
Hey, you sure this chick is really the killer?
Wrong! It's totally wrong! It's not what you think!
Just like Akane said, it is really hard to tie it all together. I mean, Mikan is the killer?
I mean, who else would know? Like, seriously, who else would know to raise the temperature so that nobody could give an autopsy? Who else would know that? When she mentioned that, I was like, wait, are these people really that smart? Like, what?
I agree. It is truly difficult to believe someone could be killed by such a slow-witted woman.
Yeah, her own genius was the downfall.
That slow-witted remark is not necessary.
It's fine. I've been like this for a long time. In a tournament for social punching bags, I'd easily win first place with my soft reputation. Even I can't deny that. How many times do I have to tell you? It's impossible for me to kill someone. I'm serious. Very serious.
What do you say, Hajime?
Do you still believe this woman is the killer?
Yep.
Do you hate me that much, Hajime?
Hey, Hajime!
Everyone's ganging up on me because I'm a genius, okay? Because I outwitted the outwitter, okay? Tricks aside, logic aside, is she really capable of doing something like this? Could it be I'm the one making the mistake? No, in fact, it'd be so much easier if I was wrong. If I have this much doubt about someone I've spent so much time with.
Can you hold on a minute?
Huh?
Well, I know I'm being intrusive and all, and I mean, I have no place to say this. I missed all of the critical parts, and I doubt I have anything worth saying at an important time like this.
What are you saying?
But still, there's definitely no way I can overlook the killer this time.
Huh?
I thought it was suspicious all along, from the very beginning. Investigating with the suspect in mind creates a different result than investigating with no leads.
Yes, we did 10 hours of streaming so far. We've been playing Danganronpa all day.
Hey, what are you trying to say?
Hello, by the way.
Well, thanks to that, I was able to discover a truth that nobody else knows.
What? Are you serious?
I've been so focused on everybody else this trial. But I guess now's a good time to say it, right?
You better not have kept quiet on purpose. This isn't a game, you know.
Actually, this is a game.
Please don't say such controversial statements.
Oh, okay.
Well,
okay.
what do you know, Nagito?
Well, it's nothing big, really. Only a small, decisive clue that points to the killer.
Dang, that's a huge deal!
I even want to take a nap in the middle of it.
Yeah, Oz even took a nap,
Really exist?
and I was just reading constantly.
Let's take a look, shall
But then
we?
I went and got some ice cream for 20 minutes to go to the store one time. And then, yeah.
Regarding the rope Ibuki was dangling from. This rope was supplied by the supermarket, right? There weren't any ropes inside the music venue.
Again with the supermarket? That place is a hotspot for criminal goods.
If they got it at the supermarket, that means it was brand new, right?
What's wrong with that?
I want you to take a close look at this rope, and keep in mind that it's brand new. Near the middle of the rope, it's frayed. as if it was rubbed strongly. But why is it like this? The loop Ibuki used to hang herself is on one end of the rope, and the part of the rope that hung from the baton lighting is on the other end.
Hey, you're taking too long. What's wrong with the rope being frayed?
It means, well, from what I can infer, I think the rope was used like this. The killer wrapped the rope around Ibuki's neck, pulled both ends at full strength, and strangled her. The center of the rope is frayed because that's the part they used to strangle Ibuki.
I've been listening to you for a while, and it sounds like you knew about this rope clue all along. What exactly
That
did you
is
say to me
gruesome.
during the investigation?
So this rope, but won't. Yeah.
Not everyone cooperates at a class trial. Those who lie and conceal the truth will obviously be here too. Just like this case's killer. I was just copying them a little bit.
More importantly, what was all that about the rope? The killer strangled Ibuki. And then?
And then, I finished speaking.
How is that a decisive clue?
Huh? You didn't notice it? I thought I made the decisive clue very clear.
Vegeta's words contain a decisive clue. Is that really true?
Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
No.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
The body at the crime scene was hanged, you know.
I don't know what to do here.
Crap! Ibuki didn't die from
I should
hanging.
have just let it go. Crap.
She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
The body at the crime scene was hanged, you know. Obviously, we'd assume it was a hanging.
The Monokuma file complicates this too. It never specified hanging or strangulation.
Whoever misunderstood is to blame.
Did we fall for someone's lie?
Oh, finally.
So that's what happened. We've been falling for the killer's lie this whole time.
Whoa. Whoa. There's something I want to ask you. There's no doubt Ibuki's cause of death was it hanging. Hanged by this rope, right? Yes, she has no external injuries, so there's no doubt she died from hanging here. I see. So Ibuki died by hanging herself.
You said Ibuki hanged herself, but that was a complete lie, wasn't it, Mikan?
That is... well...
You told us the wrong cause of death. You lied, didn't you?
Oh! That's what he wants us to think.
You should have been able to tell the difference between hanging and strangling.
Who is
by
sus in
look.
that case? Mikan.
You, Mikan, the ultimate nurse.
Please wait! First of all, I'm not a coroner, so I don't have the medical knowledge to identify injuries like that. That's why it's not my fault if I made a mistake.
You are right. And you have been a great help to us so far.
But even a drunk medical student can notice the difference between a hanging and strangulation.
Oh, snap.
I'm not taking her side or anything, but being clumsy and unskilled in this area could lead to a mistake.
No.
He's totally right. I'm such a clumsy mess, and I got so careless.
Mikon
No.
nursed me till I got better.
No.
There's no way I'm gonna doubt her.
But
Don't you
I
think her
just
devotion
realized
to
you
nursing
put
is
me
what
behind
helped her
you, so I was
draw
just like
Ibuki to
consumed in
her
your
death?
pigtails for a second.
Oh.
Huh?
Because it was
And if
from when I
not,
was glitching
Her
out.
symptoms were still very serious. It wouldn't surprise me if she willingly followed Mikon because she was nursing her.
Yeah, did you accept
So
the
Mikon
proposal?
volunteered to nurse us?
Yeah, you're right.
Because she was planning to do this all along?
That's a little... Aren't you like the thief who suspects everyone else of being thieves?
I'm not a criminal. Mikon is. I mean, she's a killer, you know.
You've got it all wrong. Please forgive me.
I'm sorry, but there's no way I can forgive you. I just can't forgive this crime at all.
Whoa.
Forgiveness or not, we still have not decided if Mikon is the killer.
I see. You guys are kind.
You're questioning of becoming a nurse of engineer? Oh, interesting.
Well, if that's the choice everyone makes, then the only thing I can do is back off, I guess. But is that really okay? Is that everyone's hope?
You're friggin' annoying! If you keep talking, I'm seriously gonna beat you up!
But I'm really not the killer.
Or engineer. There we go. Boom.
There's no way. I'm capable of killing someone.
Is that really true?
Stop it already! That's enough!
I can't stop.
I can't stop. Won't
I
stop.
don't want to do this either.
Can't stop,
Of course I
won't
don't
stop.
want to do this. But I need to do this.
You doubt your friends?
That's not it. I suspect them because I want to believe them.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't think belief and doubt are necessarily opposites.
Huh?
I do doubt her, but I still want to believe her. Belief lies at the heart of that conflict. 'Cause if there's no room for doubt, then there's no reason to believe, is there?
Don't say deep stuff. I don't really get it.
If you want to believe in someone, you need to overcome doubt first.
There's so much music in the comments right now.
Belief without doubt is simply a lie.
Fine. Do whatever you want. I won't stop you anymore.
Huh? Is that all you can say?
There's her true self.
Huh. So in the end, you're all just a bunch of bullies, huh? Justifying your actions with fancy words. Making excuses for why it's not really your fault. Everyone always treats me like that. Always. It's all her fault. She's the one with the problem.
Whoa.
I'm done with that. You hear me?
Oh, snap.
I'm done.
Hey, Mikon.
The heck?
It's not fair. It's not fair. 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 Why won't you forgive me? If you did something wrong, you'd forgive yourself right away. What did I do? Why won't anybody forgive me?
Is acting like this your strategy now? Well, this is annoying.
Oh, I get you. I get you. When Pekka was
And
the
Mystic's-
killer, I still felt like I was like, yeah, Pekka's still best girl. Like,
Yeah, Mystic's still like, you guys know this girl.
yeah, still best girl.
Plus, to be honest,
Mental breakdown
we're
arc.
out of
Mental
ideas.
breakdown.
How can
Yay.
we get you to admit it? That's the issue.
If we don't have any clues, why don't we have her give us some?
Huh?
I'm the same as Hajime. I don't want to doubt any of my friends. But still, the truth is one of us murdered two of our friends. That's why we gotta stick with this until the very end, so we can finally break these chains of despair. Hey,
Chiaki.
Mikon, can I ask you one last thing? If you're not the killer, then who fabricated that video Hajime watched?
Like I said, it obviously Do you have any proof that I'm the one who fabricated that video? That's right! Show me
Oh
your
my
proof.
goodness.
Because you're just assuming the video was filmed at the conference room. Treating me like a killer based on an assumption. Just because I was at the hospital. That's totally crazy. I didn't do anything wrong. Why does everybody always hate me? Please, just forgive me already.
Is this broad really okay? She's emotionally unstable.
I'm not the killer. That video. I never filmed that video.
It seems she finally started arguing for
Oh my
us.
goodness. So Hiyoko was she was killed by the girl that she always bullied. What the heck? Oh my goodness. I just realized that.
But the
Huh?
only one who can find the hole in her argument is you, Hajime. So, I'm going to leave this to you once again.
Could it be? Was this Chiaki's goal all along?
Why do you get to decide I'm the killer? Where's your proof? Please, forgive me already!
I need to make up in my mind. I'm the one who has to do it. I'm the one who's going to finish this. Crap, that's a lot of stuff. System of a Down is good.
We can't think of anybody else other than who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her body
I
type!
wrecked, I stubbed my toe and
So
spilled
please
Cheez-Its
forgive
everywhere.
me
Oh
already!
no.
Not fine.
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well.
Okay.
You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Oh. Chiaki. Encouraging.
Just from that video? Just from that
She also
camera
doesn't know the
angle?
camera angle, so
I'll shoot through that contradiction.
she didn't know there was candlelight or well, the candlelight there was a
somewhat-
candle there.
Mikon,
You were
you've
just
committed
on
a
it.
major mistake.
Mistake?
As I said before many times, I'm the only one who saw that video.
What's wrong with that?
But I never said anything about the camera angle. So how can you say anything about the camera angle as if you saw that video yourself?
The only reason Mikan knew the camera angle Hajime had seen is because you're the person who actually filmed that video. Is that right?
This is your just reward. The more desperately you argue, the deeper you dig yourself
I don't
want to
do the rhythm game.
You lied.
Are you serious? Is it true, Mikan? Did you kill Hiyoko and Ibuki?
Forgive me!
No, die.
Huh? 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 Huh?
She broke.
What?
I was wrong. Wrong. No, that's not it at all.
That's not it?
I mean, it's impossible.
Impossible?
You know that hemp bag Ibuki was wearing when she died? Try remembering the tote bag instead.
The rhythm game makes me sick.
Ding! I totally remember now.
What the heck's wrong with her? She's getting weirder by the minute.
That tote bag. Isn't it the same one that girl was wearing in the video?
Why are we with a bunch of undercover psychos?
How do you know so much about that video?
Who cares about that? More importantly, did you know that bag is a limited item that was sold at the movie theater? Hajime saw it too, didn't you? You remember the Usami decal on it, right? Whoopsie! Don't worry about it. I remember even if you don't. Ta-da! There's no mistake that tote bag is a limited item. So don't you think it's impossible? Using one tote bag in both the conference room and the music venue at the same time? It's blatantly obvious that that's impossible. Don't you think? That's why that video isn't fabricated, and I'm not the killer. So you'll forgive me, right?
Taking your stubbornness this far. Such despair.
Then you're gonna forgive me? I won't stop until you forgive me! I'll keep explaining it until you forgive me! That bag is a limited item! That's why that crime is impossible for anyone to pull off.
This chick, has she lost it for good?
Will you forgive me? You'll forgive me, right? Isn't that right? You're obviously gonna forgive me, right?
At this rate, we're not getting anywhere. I gotta do something and end this.
Fluttershy.
Psycho Fluttershy. I gotta do something so I can make her admit it. Crap.
You still haven't forgiven me? Forgive me! Forgive me! Please, draw on me! You're done for! Why only me? Please, draw on me!
Crap.
Can you forgive me already? You still haven't forgiven me? Forgive me! Forgive me! Please, draw on me! You're done for! There's only one bag. It's impossible to use it in two places at the same time.
This is the end!
Dang, you get those word things fast.
Monokuma mentioned this earlier.
When you buy one bag, you get another one free. Yeah.
Whoever bought that bag should have received another one as a bonus prize. Which means it's not impossible to use that bag in two separate places. So please, just stop making desperate excuses.
Why?
You dislike the execution, makes you feel nasty? Oh.
Why can't you forgive me?
It seems her desperate struggle is finally coming to an end.
Why does everybody always hate me? You should just forgive me already!
Mikon, it's already over. After I go over your crime from the beginning and show that you have no arguments left, please just admit it already. In the end, at least let me believe in you.
Okay, time for this. Oh, it's the next one over?
Here's everything that happened in this case. The key to this incident is the surveillance camera video that only I saw. That's why I'm going to start with that to unravel the knots of this crime. When I went to the hospital with Mikon this morning, I noticed a specific thing in the lobby. The incoming signal light on the surveillance monitor was blinking ahead of the scheduled time.
Yeah, that was like a really small comic book thing to do.
When I switched on the monitor, what appeared on screen was a person wearing a hospital gown and a bag on their head about to hang themselves right at that moment. That surveillance camera unit was designed for two-way communication with the hospital and the music venue. That's why I thought the signal originated from the music venue, so I immediately headed over there. But that was the killer's trap. In truth, that video was recorded in a different place. The killer brought the music venue camera the night before and made their preparations in advance. And then, they filmed that video in the hospital conference room. By doing so, they tried to make me think the incident was happening in real time, when in fact, the crime had already been committed by that point. person in the footage wearing the bag was actually the killer acting as a fake. I didn't know that, so I went to the music venue and found the hanged body wearing a bag on its head. Seeing the body before me, I panicked and rushed out of there to get the rest of you guys. But that was also part of the killer's trap. After cleaning the conference room, the killer was likely watching the music venue from outside, and as if they were switching places with me, they went inside the music venue and began working on their last trick. First, the killer peeled off the wallpaper covering one of the stage pillars, revealing Hyoko's body. When I first arrived and saw the hanged body, I didn't notice anything strange about that pillar. I didn't expect it to be slightly larger from the wallpaper, or have Hyoko's body hidden inside. Next, the killer destroyed the surveillance camera that was used in the conference room. After destroying it, they mixed it with what was left of the surveillance monitor found at the crime scene. The surveillance camera the killer used was originally brought from the music venue, but when they brought it, they made sure to destroy its monitor beforehand. They wanted to hide the fact that the camera wasn't at the crime scene. In the end, the killer transformed the crime scene into a closed room. They broke one of the drumsticks from the storage room and placed it near the music venue's entrance. However, they did this to mislead us into believing that the music venue was locked from the inside. In actuality, the reason the music venue became a closed room was because of the glue. The killer sealed the door with glue and intentionally created a closed room that could be forced open. With that, the killer finished tampering with the crime scene and met up with Fuyuhiko and me. They helped us force open the music venue door, despite the fact that they personally sealed it. And they made us discover not just Ibuki's body, but Hyoko's suddenly present body as well. At the time, they pretended to be surprised, but inside, they were probably relieved that their plan worked out.
Wow.
Isn't that right, Mikan? This crime was orchestrated by you, wasn't it?
Whoosh.
Whoa! Now she's laughing?
It's been such a long time. This feeling, I know it well. Like the floor is collapsing, like the sky is falling down upon you. This feeling of despair!
Oh, she's a despair lover, huh?
Mikan,
One of those.
what has happened to you?
Whoa there!
Another
Before
Junko.
that, a moment of your time.
Wow. What did you get?
Okay.
Junko 2.0.
I was like, there's no way I could have gotten
It seems your arguments have reached a conclusion. So let's proceed to our regularly scheduled voting time.
Let's
Now then,
go.
please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice
Or the dreadfully wrong one.
Let's go.
Oh, let's go. Ooh. B for beautifully played. Wow. The Sonic theme was in that case also as well. Oh, interesting. Wow. Oh, snap. Oh, snap, I mean. Junko 2.0, yeah. Mikan, just like me, what?
Well now.
Now then, though it may be obvious at this point, you got it right once again. That's like 3 in a row. That's right, the true identity of the horrifying blackened who killed 2 girls was Mikan Sumiki.
Damn it.
You gotta be kidding me. Are you saying Mikan, the one who nursed us back to health, was the one who killed them?
Forgive you.
Don't joke around with me, Mikan. Did you lie to us all along? Were you planning to kill them from the start while you were nursing them? Don't just laugh. Say something. This is going nowhere.
What's going on?
That this chick...
Hey, hey.
This is... This is nothing like Peko. She's actually gone mental.
Well, that's obvious.
There's nothing we can do. She's no longer the same person. She's no longer Mikan Tsumiki we knew.
Hey,
Huh? Based on my predictions, she might have caught it too. She probably had the despair disease, which was the motive for this case.
what?
Mikan too, you say?
I
know because I was looking at Mikan for so long. She was the one taking care of me after all. My consciousness kept drifting, but even so, when I did catch a glimpse of her, her expression was full of despair. A despair so devoid of hope that not even a single fragment of it remained. Hold on, did you say Mikan also had the despair disease? Then that means she was...
What?
Huh? Hajime. Has something crossed your mind? Oh, she was in the disease right there. That's right, Mikan felt really hot at the time. Now that I think about it, that must have been 11 hours! Wow! Boom, boom, pow!
Wow.
A high fever, just like what Ibuki and Akane had.
It cannot be.
Then, because of that disease, Mikane was...
perhaps
7-11, wow. That should be S+, not a B. Oh, thank you. The symptoms that she surely felt must have been deserving of the name despair disease. Losing all hope and harboring despair for all hope. Because of the despair disease, she was likely overcome with
See?
despair. That's the reason why she can still laugh in such a hopeless situation.
jeez.
Which means that Mikan standing before us is no longer the ultimate nurse. She's a completely different person now that she's infected by the despair
Isn't that
disease.
right?
She's a human who deserves to be called the ultimate despair. Ultimate despair? That's the reason why I cannot forgive this. I mean, killing someone for the sake of despair instead of for the sake of hope.
Possible.
There's no way I can forgive that. For the sake of despair? Haha, that's completely wrong.
Huh?
What? Wrong? Wrong?
What
What's
I
wrong?
did
What I
was
did?
for the
Oh.
sake of my beloved.
Huh?
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 Who are you talking about? If only they were still alive, they'd be so happy. I know.
My beloved was the only one. That's right. The only one who never hated me. They forgave my existence. They forgave me and accepted me. They gave me value. They loved me. I loved them with all my heart, and they returned it in full. This is my reciprocation.
Who is she talking about? I understand that I've done something unforgivable, but you know, to transcend all that is
It's
truly
love.
what love is all about.
Hey,
I don't understand what you're saying. You don't understand? Is it because you don't have anyone to love? Is it because you're also someone who isn't accepted by anyone? What a pity. I feel sorry for you.
Well,
Even if I say this, I'm sure nobody here would understand, but love is a wonderful thing. Ah, this feeling of freedom where you no longer care about anything. My beloved and I are the only ones within the thin veil, and I'm just looking out through it. That's why as long as I'm on the inside, no matter how much they tease me, splash me with water, kick me,
how amazing.
it's like nothing matters. I could just die. That's how little it matters. Who cares about hope or despair? It's love, only love.
Could it be?
Nikito, is this really the despair disease you were talking about?
this is...
If it seems that I was wrong. Not only was she affected by despair, you were all half right. It's right to say that this is all thanks to this disease. Because thanks to disease, I was able to remember my beloved. Remember? Apparently that's what my symptom was. Haha, what a wonderful symptom. Which means you had the remembering disease? But if this means you remembered something and ended up like this, are you saying you were like this from the start? Were you like this before you came to this island? Don't get so angry. Well, first of all, the reason I became like this isn't my fault. It was all your fault, you know? Because it's not like I'm entirely responsible for turning out like this. I'm the person I am today because of many human relationships. So it's everybody's fault that I turned out to be like this, so you see? Even so, the current me was most strongly influenced by my beloved existence. And it was also my beloved who created the me that everyone can't forgive. But my beloved still forgives me and still accepts me. That is the key difference between all of you and my beloved.
Don't fuck with me!
Like I said, who the freak are you talking about? Are you saying this is Mikan? She's the real Mikan? Mikan, please answer me. Did you really remember? You ended up like this all because you remember? There's no way I can't believe that. There's no way the person you are right now is the real Mikan. Every trial ending is weird, yeah. Oh, you still doubt me? Then I prove that then to prove I remember, I'll tell you all something nice. It's about that World Ender organization that you all
You
were worried about.
serious?
You know? Not know. I just remembered, that's all. I knew it all along. How that horrifying organization was known as World Ender is also the organization known as the Future Foundation. Future Foundation? Future? That's right. That's a symbol on the ancient ruins door. That's right. It was the Japanese word for future. What the heck is happening? Just what is the Future Foundation? What are they planning? As the name suggests, that organization is the World Ender. The Future Foundation is trying to end our world. To put it simply, they're trying to claim the world for themselves. But what the heck? This isn't a comic book, you know? As part of the plan to end the worlds, the Future Foundation brought us to this land. Isn't it right, Monomi? Huh? I knew it. Monomi, Monokuma, they're both members of that crazy organization, aren't they? Monomi and I are members. I am Monokuma. My existence is entirely my own. Don't laugh. Hey, Mikan, if you really do remember, yeah, she imitated him. Then you already know, right? You know the true identity of the traitor hiding among us? Of course I know that. Let's see, the Future Foundation lackey that's hiding among you all is... Oh well, no one really cares about that, don't you think?
Of course not!
You'll find out eventually, so there's no need to be so impatient. Probably when the countdown ends. Countdown? You even know about that? I don't know anything. Oh, thanks for the follow. Thank you so much. I don't know anything. Huh? I have a feeling that's what it is, but who cares about that, you know? I'm drowning in so much love from the bottom of my heart. I just don't care about anyone or anything. Oh, I can hydrate. Hold up. I'm gonna go hydrate real quick. Ah, thank you. Thank you. This reminds me of that one time where my friend told me of the one time where there was a friend that told them one time, the friend that told them, wow, that's epic. Hi, how are you? Welcome. She was so obvious the killer. Yeah, at the beginning we were like, what made us sus of her at the beginning? I forget. Oh, she was one of the only ones who knew Ibuki had the illness, but then she didn't even use the illness against her anyway, so that was interesting. Mikan, is this really you? I won't believe it. There's no way I can believe you. You were like this all along. Because if that's true, then who's the person we've been spending time with up until now? The past. The past? Oh geez, the way the music got silent and her face just looks like that, and she just said the past, it gave me like chills almost. That person, she didn't exist in the beginning. She's just my past self who lost her school memories. You guys consider that thing a friend?
Oh?
Yeah, Doki Doki vibes. Geez, again for like the 5th time. That doesn't make me happy at all. It just fills me with despair. You guys accepted my past self, but not my present self. That's... Well, that applies to you all as well. Memories of people, memories of events, whatever memory it is,
Do you understand?
Like losing your personality identity. Memory is the most important component in building a person, don't you think? Losing our memories makes us shadows of the past, don't you think?
Hey,
I don't know what you're trying to say, but in the end, it always leads back to that story about our stolen school lives.
Hey!
So it was true all along? Our memories were taken away?
Damn it!
If it wasn't true, we wouldn't be suffering this much. Well, you don't just take your sweet time and remember your own place. Oh, Monokuma, is it alright for you to start now?
Yes, indeed.
Punishment time? Darn it, why? Mikan, why does it have to end like this? This is too pointless. This is too much.
Now then, I prepared a very
Oh
special
yeah, the
punishment.
epic Discord server. The very epic Discord server. This just gives me a mix of the Yandere Sim and the Doki Doki. Yeah, yeah. Then I have prepared a special punishment for the ultimate nurse, Mikan Sumiki.
So it's over. It's really. Now I can go to my beloved, who always forgives me. I can finally see them. Please forgive me, the one who's going to die with the hope of finally seeing you.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Oh, it makes you feel extra icky. Oh no, I'm scared. What's gonna happen? How does a nurse die? I'm scared.
I don't remember why it's icky.
Least fave punishment for real? Oh my. A huge needle.
The needle. That's why.
Oh jeez. Oh, it's a binger though.
Arm rocket.
Oh jeez. Oh. Arm rocket, okay.
Arm rocket.
To space, okay.
To space. Rip.
That was lame. not gonna lie. It's yeah. It's finished. Wow, she shot off into space. Wow. Is it really finished? Yeah, that was anticlimactic for her whole personality. Everything. That was, yeah. Not gonna lie about that one. That was that was a letdown. Okay, the killer.
That was like the shortest execution
I know.
ever.
Literally just punched a needle into an arm and blasted off into space. Like, what was that even? The killer who killed Ibuki Miyoda and Hyoko Sayonji was Mikan Sumiki. And she's been executed. She apparently committed her crime because she was afflicted by the despair disease. So what? What's finished? Nobody wanted it to end this way.
I get why everyone was saying icky.
Yeah.
This is all about the needle.
The needle. Was that her true form, or is that her? It's a symptom of despair disease. It doesn't matter either way. If she ended up like that just from remembering, then all along Mikan was never worth being a symbol of hope. Even if her words were influenced by the despair disease, if the disease turned her into that. If she lost herself to a simple disease, she was definitely unworthy of being a symbol of hope.
Isn't that right?
So let's just move on. Come on, let's take this despair and change it into hope.
Please wait!
That's impossible. I mean, I thought we were friends this whole time, but even so. Like a house of cards collapsing in an instant. In the end, our friend we thought we knew ended up showing us completely different side of herself. Then she vanished from our sight, leaving behind only her malice toward us. And now there's no way we can just move on and try to clear-cut attitude about these feelings. Yeah, that's really too bad. That's not the case. Mikan was not the traitor.
Come on!
The traitor is still alive, as proof. See how fine Monami looks right now? I'm not fine at all! What the heck? But if the traitor died, you wouldn't be this calm, right? I mean, you're both pawns of the future fountain. So you guys are like two hearts beating as one, right?
You fiend.
Yeah, she's a sweetie. What does that make you fiend? You did say that you're different than Monami. Who cares about who I am? More important, I'm tired. The drama just kept going and going. I didn't even have time to eat my black bean right eye during the break. Your right eye, is it made out of black beans?
Hey!
Wait, now that's the same. I mean, then now's not the time to focus on that. What are you trying to say?
Hey,
You know, isn't it said that life has its ups and downs? It's fun because downs come after ups, but if life was full of downs, wouldn't it get boring? So, in order to help you guys feel better, I prepared a special event. Special event? Head over to the First Island's beach. An old friend will be waiting there. Oh, Nekomaru? Old fun? Could it be Nekomaru? Is it? Is it? I mean, it is, isn't it? Nekomaru was safe after all? Safe. How should I put this? I knew it. I knew that crazy weirdo Nekomaru would come back to us in one piece. Awesome. We're starting to see the light of hope. The light of hope. I am happy Nekomaru is returning to us,
So
but
just as I thought.
3 of our friends just died. I honestly cannot be happy. And Miss Sonia.
However,
Even so, I am still happy. If Nekomaru is safe, I am truly happy. If you are happy, you should honestly greet him with open arms. Perhaps those who have been taken from us would do the same if they still lived. Hey, Supreme Overlord of who gives a crap, that line doesn't suit you at all. Silence, I shall crush you into dust. Ibuki, Hiyoko, Mikan, can you hear us? If you are unhappy, I apologize. However, please forgive me right now. I want to warmly welcome Nekomaru when he returns to us. You don't have to worry, Sonia. I'm sure your feelings are reaching to him. Then let's all go meet Nekomaru. Let's make a grand opening for those who have died. You forgot about Nekomaru? I did a little bit too. Gundam is best boy. Huh, what the heck? Do I still have the after effects of that disease? I don't get this at all. Alrighty then, let's go. Yeah, you're right. Nekomaru's coming back.
Whoa.
When we heard that, we were unable to contain our excitement as we jumped into the elevator. Man, they just ran off without listening to what I had to say.
Unbelievable.
Jeez, they're so impatient. Didn't they learn to stick around until others are finished talking? But what does that mean? You're plotting something again, aren't you?
No way!
I'm not plotting anything. I was just trying to properly explain to them, including Nekomaru's body. Huh? Nekomaru's body? It's their fault for not sticking around until I finish talking. If something happens because of that, I bear no responsibility. What did you do to Nekomaru? What did I do? I just saved him, that's all. I mean, if I didn't do that, there's no way I could have saved someone who was that close to death. Oh crap, did he like transform into a Monokuma hybrid or something? So it just couldn't be helped. What does that sound? Us?
Oh, I'm filing my nail right now.
Oh,
Can you hear it?
yeah.
I don't think it'll be loud enough to hear. I mean,
As soon as we exited the elevator, we started running. Hurry to the beach of the first island. All right. Let's do that, yeah. Even though our minds were completely exhausted, strangely enough, our bodies felt light. I just all of a sudden heard a I'm like, what is that? Yeah, let's do that. Without stopping for anything, we kept right on running towards the beach on the first island. Where in the world is Nekomaru?
Hey!
Hey, Nekomaru, show yourself. We have some... You have to come pick you up. Please, hurry up and come out of hiding. We raised our voices. We looked around the area. We raised our voices again. We looked around the area again. And so on and so forth. We kept looking for him. But...
Hey!
Well, what the heck, man? He's nowhere to be found.
Damn it!
Could it be... Did we give false info from Monokuma again? And that's when it happened. We heard a familiar voice echo through the beach.
What happened? Were y'all looking for me?
Could it be?
That voice. I'm scared what we're about to see. With high hopes in our hearts, we turned toward the direction of the voice, and then we saw something truly unbelievable.
Huh? What the?
Oh, I've kept you waiting. Hey, what's going on? Perhaps you don't remember my face since we haven't seen each other in a while. That's pretty sad, you know? That's too much!
Who are you?
Huh? You too? What's going on? If you're messing with me, I'll stop doing it to you.
Nekomaru? Haven't you noticed it yourself?
What do you mean, noticed?
I'm scared.
Oh, you mean this body? This is nothing!
Oh my goodness.
Nekomaru Nidai! I've been reborn in the rivers of hell!
Oh my goodness gracious. I know, he looked better than I thought. I was worried. Like, what? 9 days left. Wow, that went down a lot. Chapter 3 and...
Wow.
Oh, but look how many people we lost. Holy crap.
We got 9 people left. To be continued.
Obtained present. We got a nurse's apron.
Wow.
Well, guys.
Wow.
Alright. Good night, everybody. But better, because I'm still alive. Oh, low blow. Alright. Good night, everybody. We will see you tomorrow night.
Good
I hope
job.
you sleep well. I hope your day goes well tomorrow. We will see you tomorrow. Alright. Goodbye, guys. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye bye. Bye bye bye. Bye 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 bye. Bye.
Bye 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 bye.